know if there's anything more annoying than a crazy ex. And if you've had one, I want to hear about it. This story came November 8th, 2015. Background. So when I was in high school, I was friends with this guy named Alex. We met through a mutual group of friends. At first, I thought he hated me my freshman year. When we first met, we were hanging out with everyone, and he said something mean to me, but he meant it as a joke. I took him seriously. But it turned out he didn't. We became very close friends after that. While I dated a bit in high school, I was his first and only girlfriend during his high school career. Things were great when we were in that dating but not together phase because he actually hung out with me and we went on dates. Once we were actually together, he would bail on our plans. I mean, like, we made plans all week to watch a movie that we were both excited for. I bought early tickets for us because it was one of those it's gonna sell out ones. And he canceled last minute because his friends called him and asked if he wanted to go bowling with them. I took his best friend instead, since she loved that series too. That kept happening. Then there were little comments about my body and explosions of anger, not physical, that were just really not healthy for me to experience from him. I was brutally attacked in many senses of the word when I was walking home from school. He knew about that and understood originally that I was uncomfortable with intimacy, also being underage, thereby unable to handle a pregnancy should it happen. I was uncomfortable with it because of that too. I could hold hands with him and kiss him, but sometimes he got too handsy and it gave me flashbacks. I would often talk to friends seeking advice because he kept wanting to have sex, and I was unable to do all that, especially after my attack. They kept telling me he understands that he would be okay never having intimacy because he loves me. The high school and the we're gonna get married and grow old together phase. Didn't believe them. I felt broken, like I was damaged. I never felt like he understood me because he kept asking for it, even after I was crying and telling him that I can't and to please just drop it and I will let him know if/when I am ready. He eventually does, but then never hangs out with me or goes on dates with me for the rest of our relationship. It is just midnight, 1 a.m. phone calls of, just got done hanging out with people, I could come over now. On a school night, my Christian parents would kill me, and that is not a joke. I mean that in all seriousness. Now we're at the breakup. So Christmas. Parents are starting to not like him because they've been seeing basically how he treats me, and my sister told them about the late night phone attempts of him trying to get me to come over / let him come over. Also, a concerned friend told them about him pressuring me, and that concerned my mother, fearing that I'm being abused, and I probably was. But hey, they invited him to Christmas anyway because I was still dating him. Our parties tend to go long. It starts after church around 8 p.m. Christmas Eve and ends usually sometime after midnight or 1 a.m. He shows up at midnight. Most of the party has wound down and all the gifts are opened. Some people left, but there was an attempt made. To put it short, he made fun of my gift to him until I was in tears. He sucks. I don't know. He sucks. He hit on my sister in front of her husband while telling him he, quote, hopes me and him are just like them one day. It's a giant disaster. I'm crying. My sister is comforting me. My mom is stunned that he had the audacity to do this. My dad practically throws him out while my brother restrains my brother-in-law from attacking him. Family basically tells me it is over between us and to never contact me again because, like, wow, what the He doesn't listen because I didn't say it to him, so he won't believe it till I do. So I do, and he accepts it. Given we have the same group of friends, we run into each other now and then. I don't really talk to him, but we cross paths. And from those times, and the times that my friends have brought him up, he has dated solely women who have the same name as me, which is a tad creepy in my mind. Also, my name isn't that common, so it's not really much of a coincidence in my mind, but maybe it is. One of which looked like me because I met her before they dated, and we joked that we were clones. So this is where the crazy kicks in. I feel like we are just seeing the tip of the iceberg of crazy. I'm calling it right now because I have experienced crazy. Another day. 8 months after our breakup, I meet this guy, Jacob, who is pretty sweet at the college that I started to go to. I mean, like, there was a blizzard and I was having a panic attack, and he still drove over to talk to me and help me. He buys flowers at random. We go out all the time, but usually it's to go for a run through the forest, a walk through a local park, swimming, or bowling. Listens to me. I explained fairly early on about my attack and how I have issues about it, so if he was going to pressure me for intimacy, he might as well leave now. He told me I could call all the shots in the relationship, decide how slow or fast we go, and I can put a stop to anything when I feel it is too much. True to his word, too. There have been times when it is too much and I tell him that. No matter how heated it has gotten, he just nods and he gets up and makes me a cup of tea and just helps me calm down. He is constantly there for me and respects me, and I don't know. I just in general feel loved by him that I did not feel from Alex for a long time. And now we are in present time. Now I feel 100% safe with him. I trust him. I love him. He's probably the best thing that has ever happened to me. We've been together ever since then. I felt comfortable enough that I eventually felt I was ready to have intimacy, so we did this past month. It was amazing, nothing like before. It was just perfect. And even if we were to break up in the future, I will always cherish and love him for being so sweet and helping me replace terrible memories with good ones. So then a friend tells me that Alex hates me now. I'm puzzled because what? What have I done to make him hate me? Especially since therapy and Jacob have both taught me that Alex was pretty crappy, and if anyone were to hate anyone, it should be the reverse. I asked them and they had no idea why he was telling everyone on his Facebook what a bitch I was. I blocked him a long time ago, so I can't see this. Another friend tells me it's because he's saying that I cheated on him with my current boyfriend. I'm puzzled because how? I didn't meet Jacob until 8 months after Alex and I broke up. I find out that he knows Jacob and I have been intimate, and he feels betrayed because I refused to sleep with him and that I clearly cheated on him. We have been broken up for 3 years. Now I'm confused as to how he knows I was intimate with Jacob because I told very few, I mean like 2 people about it, and that's just because they're my best friends, and I was so damn surprised that it could be this great as opposed to the horrific experience I had before. That I was like, is this how it's supposed to be? Like, is this how you feel? And they just laughed it off. I asked both of them if they told him and why. Both mention he actually approached them and others asking if I told them anything about me sleeping with Jacob and that he wanted to know the truth or he would never talk to them again. Your friends, though, should not be giving up that information. Even if he's friends with them too, like, that's not my business to tell. Yeah, she's my best friend, but like, I ain't about to tell you her personal, intimate life. I don't know. That was a little, And they responded truthfully that it was none of his damn business, and while they might be friends, he has no right to issue them that kind of ultimatum. So did they tell him? So they didn't tell him? Okay, so they didn't tell him. Eventually, I find out how he knows. Okay, so I yelled at the friends way too early. Forgive me. I have a PTSD blog where I talk about my experience and whatnot. Honestly, my name is not attached to it at all. No images either. Not sure how he knew it was me, but he apparently has been stalking that blog, reading everything I wrote, and found out there because I mentioned my 2 experiences with the intimacy and how vastly different they are, and like, damn, there is hope out there after all that, and I am not damaged and broken. I don't know if I'm necessarily looking for advice. I mean, I don't know what to do about the ex. Do I just ignore him? Do I delete my PTSD blog? Do I confront him or anything? But I mostly wrote this because I think it's absurd that I broke up with someone 3 years ago and they think that I cheated because I'm with someone else. So I was just having a WTF moment and decided perhaps you might share in this absurd moment. Yeah, girl, this is cuckoo bonker behavior. Truly none of this man's business. Creepy. It's weird. Unfortunately, it only gets worse from here. Like I said, I just know this is the tip of the iceberg because there's a lot more updates and I'm like, All right, so we have an update that came November 20th. So over like a week and a half later. So quite a bit has happened actually. Ooh, we got some point form. I love this. I I've had 2 sessions with my therapist. We talked a lot about this problem, my feelings on it, why I care, made lots of headway, been doing a lot of positive affirmations to counter the internalizing of what people say. And then we addressed the privacy issue and how it made me feel when he violated it, especially when we haven't spoken in 4 years. Did, as one person suggested, by backing up and reformatting the computer. I had to have help with it from IT at my school. Next, I changed all my passwords. I used my brother's computer. Later, I got notifications from Facebook, another website, and my email that someone tried to enter my account. So that was interesting. We can only guess who that was. Next, I created a new blog using a new email and deleted the one that he had accessed. As far as the suggestion to carry pepper spray, I always do, as well as a few other self-defense tools that my parents require I practice often with. And next, I told all my friends not to talk to me about Alex unless he's threatening me, and they agreed to that. Life was quiet for a bit, spent a lot of time with Jacob and not giving the attention to the crap that Alex says or does, and focused on school. Then Tuesday, a friend tells me that he's been writing cryptically on Facebook about me. She told me things that he was writing, quote, "I hope blank's father's birthday is eventful. It'd be a shame if anyone got hurt on the 19th. I wonder if her training is still good." Oh, well, those feel like threats. I'm not really sure if that's a threat in the eyes of the law or not. She said she has screenshots of it in case I needed them for something, but hasn't sent them to me yet. I don't have class today, and since today is my dad's birthday, I drove the 5 hours to go home today to spend it with them. My dad gets off work at 4, but my brother comes home around 2, and he sees a box sitting outside. Not a mailed package, just a gift box like someone dropped it off. Don't open that. Don't open that. There cannot be anything good in there. I had already told my parents about the threats, so my brother was suspicious and opened it. It had a small note suggesting that my dad live it up on his birthday, and there were several bottles of cheap whiskey. He immediately took it inside and hid it in his room so my dad wouldn't see it, and waited for me to come to tell me. He's also waiting for my mom to come home to tell her about it as well. For some context, my dad is a recovered alcoholic and has been for 5 years. He is blackout violent when he's drunk, to the point that he attempted to everyone the last time he drank, which resulted in my mom running away with us to another state, her cousin's house, and calling him to tell him to get help or he will see divorce papers in a week. He binged a bit more out of depression that he lost his family and couldn't find us, and why would we make up these lies? He never believed that he was capable of such things when we would tell him what he did when he was sober, but my brother recorded it the last time and sent it to him, which he saw after 2 days. He immediately checked himself into rehab and has said that he has never been tempted to drink since. As he puts it, "I was not a good man when I drank. I hurt people I loved, and I don't want to ever be that person again. He's been a really great father since he got help." I was dating Alex when it all went down, so he saw a lot of the aftermath. So it's incredibly messed up that someone sent my dad alcohol on his birthday. There's the kicker. And I'm willing to put down money that it's Alex. I just don't have proof it was him, and I'm not sure what to do. I feel like I don't have anything concrete on Alex because I can't prove that it was him who sent it. And one of my dad's friends, who is a cop, said he really didn't threaten me, so they can't do anything. My dad asked him about it before today, and they said it's not really harassment if I never told him to leave me alone. And that makes me feel like I'm just overreacting when it definitely doesn't sit well with me. We're going to check out to see what Reddit is saying, because I am always curious to know what the people of Reddit think about these situations. But first, we must hydrate. It's Hydration Station. Drink your water. Cheers. I'm very matchy-matchy today. Didn't quite plan that, but not mad at it. Me spilling my water for Hydration Station. You know, some days I live very clean and OCD, and other days like this, it's absolute I have a random Q-tip. No idea how that got there. Yes. Some days the aesthetic is not there, you know? That's okay. Oh, almost just did it again. All right, so someone commented saying, "I say this as a recovering alcoholic. What he did was messed up for sure, but there probably isn't much you can do legally." Ooh, I have a hiccup. No. We cannot start having hiccups. No! I can't read with hiccups. No! Oh my God, how do you stop hiccups?
A few moments later.
Okay, I think they're gone. I held my breath. I think they're gone. What he did was messed up for sure, but there isn't much you can do legally. I think you should tell your dad so that he is aware of the overall situation. I'm willing to bet that even if he'd been the one who opened the package, it would not have tempted him to drink, much less become violent. While this certainly seems like an attack on your dad, it really is a message to you. Reading your original post and seeing how this seems to be escalating, Alex is firmly headed in stalker territory. Given that, I would keep a log of every single detail and also contact the police, both in your hometown and your current town. While there might not be anything you can do about this incident, it can't hurt to keep records of the events in case it continues to escalate. I'm so sorry this is happening to you. Agreed. It's gonna escalate. Next update came December 4th. Hey guys, it's your friendly neighborhood user with the crazy ex. I didn't think I'd give you an update soon, and I'm not sure if you did either, but alas, one is here. So quite a bit has happened, and I'm not sure how much to go into detail, but here's basically what happened. My mom contacted a lawyer. We were in the process of getting something that is similar to a protection against stalker order, or something along the lines. She wasn't that clear with me about the title of the order, just what it does. She also marched down to the station and demanded they do something about it at that moment. I can't tell you what she said because I wasn't there, but she got stuff done and made sure they were going to keep a file about this in case it escalates. Also, they basically went and told him to seize what he is doing. Then an envelope appears in our mailbox. They used the actual postal service this time. We weren't expecting anything to come in the mail, so we were suspicious and called the police. Apparently, it contained I knew it. Here's the freaking iceberg. This is disgusting. Apparently, it contained photographs of deceased animals. Not just like, oh, I can pretend they're sleeping, but like, without getting into too many details, mutilated squirrels and raccoons that someone took photos of. Can't confirm if he did it himself or if he just found these pictures on the internet. Also, never saw the photographs. A cop friend just told us what it contained and never showed it to us. Well, the cop goes to the post office and asks them about their surveillance cameras. He is going to see if Alex brought it here. While he's combing through hours of video, we're kind of freaking out because what the hell do these photographs mean? Is he gonna hurt our dog? Is he gonna hurt us? Who knows? The dog was kept inside for the rest of the ordeal. I am just still in shock. He is 31 flavors of messed up. Jake comes to visit because he heard and was like, that's messed up, and he wanted to be there for moral and physical support. Basically told by parents, Jake, and police that I wasn't allowed to go anywhere alone because clearly this is getting really messed up. Then, friends, oh no. They let me know that he has posted some stuff on Facebook about how it would be a shame if something were to happen to me. And that maybe something will soon. That I'm better off, and a bunch of other creepy things that are ever unnerving but never directly were like, yeah, I'm going to her. They sent those screenshots to me and previous ones, and we brought them to the police station. They're like, okay, this is all actually adding to stuff that we can use all of this. And mom, meanwhile, is like, let me him. It doesn't have to be known that you looked the other way. Cop friend is like, haha, very funny. I can't tell you if mom was kidding, probably not. And he continues to comb through video footage. Then Alex's current girlfriend shows up in the picture. Has his girlfriend not seen his Facebook posts? Apparently they had a huge fight because one, she realized he is not over me, probably never will be, and will probably never love her. And two, he is straight up planning on possibly kidnapping, torturing, and me and him. She originally thought his statuses were just venting, but then I guess he said something that made her realize the 50 shades of crazy he is, and she confronted him and he told her, if he couldn't have me, no one will. He waited 4 years for me to realize I messed up and that he deserved me, and to find out that I betrayed him like that was not okay. But it'll be okay because he will fix it by making sure we will be together for eternity. And talked about his plan to kidnap me and then torture me so that I would know the pain he felt at the betrayal and that we would go together and pass away in each other's arms. Also decided he didn't really need this girl anymore and was going to harm her. She escaped and went to the police. As far as the footage goes, it was confirmed that Alex did mail an envelope just like the one delivered to our mailbox recently. So he is now in custody. If you didn't tell me he was in custody, I was about to trip out because there are no further updates. And I would have been sitting here being like, oh my God, he got them. He got all of them. He is in custody now. Okay, that means there must not have been any other crazy updates and that was it. I hope. This is a different level of Crazy Ex. This is concerning true crime documentary Crazy Ex. Let me know your thoughts. Stay classy out there, stay sassy, and apparently stay safe. And don't date crazy people.